Okay, you're live, ladies.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Happy Catcher Friday.
Oh, cute Daisy and her cat.
Is Billy going to come pick up, it says something Sanders, Billy Morgan's going to pick up tickets for her?
Oh, for Elena?
Yeah.
She won tickets to rodeo, maybe?
Tell her, yeah, I'll answer. That means we get to see Billy today.
Woohoo! He's like the next best hugger after Darren.
Yes. I think he's coming to us today. Or no, Kevin.
Turn the volume off.
There it is. I like when it pops up. Good morning, Ace.
Hello, Dad.
Good morning,
and my
Tommy.
brother. See, one on here and one pop up on the side.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, Alicia and Connie and Wanda. Lisa, that picture of Baxter's hilarious.
Isn't he cute?
Yep.
It look with that scenery that she has behind. It looks like he's standing on Pride Rock. It's so cute. All right, you ready?
Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
We are live here on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com if you'd like to stream the show. Or you can also watch us on Facebook Live, courtesy of FTS Automotive. Now, the cool thing is when you follow us on Facebook, you obviously get the visual of a lot of stuff. And today is Foodylicious Friday and Cat Shirt Friday.
Yes.
So you get to see our cat decor and outfits. Plus, Janice has brought in something scrumptious looking.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm sure it will be. I don't know exactly what it is. I see strawberries.
I
That's all
can
you're
tell you.
getting.
I can tell you what it is because I tagged her in it on Facebook when it popped up.
Is it something cheesecakey?
Yes, it is. I'm a super fan of cheesecake, and it's basically like a cheesecake filling with strawberries and like a puff pastry. It smells really good. I can't wait to try it.
All right, well, definitely stay tuned because we
Yes.
do have that. Now, our big giveaway for the day, Catcher Friday. Today's prize is pretty snazzy, if you do ask me. Now, all you need to do to enter, it's really easy. We already have several entries. We're getting people pretty much groomed by now.
I think so.
Think those pet selfies on Friday.
Yes.
What we want you to do is take a selfie with your pet, or not everyone has animals. They may have allergies or just not enough time. And you can send us a photo of any animal. It can be a Google stock image or a little Bitmoji.
Yeah.
Something just animal related. You can either text it to 928-343-0993 or just post it on our wall or message either Teresa or myself or the station page through Facebook. Send us your entry by noon today, and you are automatically entered to win the prize, which includes, and I actually printed a picture of it out so I could remember all of it.
You were doing that.
We have one of the 50th anniversary Phoenix Suns t-shirts. There is also one of the Phoenix Suns ball caps, and it's orange today. We have an insulated cooler. You could use it for lunch or
Yes.
just for snacks if you're out and about from Cook Refrigeration.
It's perfect for our Yuma weather.
Yes, it is. We also have 4 passes to the Yuma JC Silver Spur Rodeo.
Awesome.
And they're good for any other performances next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So you can pick your day. And then we also have, this is phenomenal, a gift certificate from our wonderful friends at Advocate Pest and Wildlife Specialists. It's good for 1 free month of residential service.
Ooh.
Then we have a $25 gift certificate from the Oriental House and a $10 gift certificate from Catherine's Cupcakery.
Ooh, perfect for Valentine's.
Certainly. And a Phoenix Suns water bottle. Now, the entire value for this prize pack today is around $175.
Wow.
And
Just for sending a picture of you and an animal, or, like you said, it's super easy to enter. If you don't have an animal, then, you know what, go to Google. Just pick one, and the funnier the better. They catch our attention.
If you want to do a hand-drawn picture really quick with a pen and take a picture with
We'll
your phone,
take that, too.
It doesn't matter. We'll take it. It does not have to be very well executed either. It could be a pretty rough sketch. Now, because staying in the theme of pets, tomorrow is the Summerton Pet Palooza, and the Humane Society of Yuma is going to be out there doing their Love Me, License Me vaccinations. They're doing clinics up through March because you do have to have your animals licensed and vaccinated. And they will be at the Summerton Pet Palooza tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Perfect.
going to be a lot of fun. And again, it's a super busy day all across the board.
I know. I was laughing because Tommy on Facebook Live, he says, I think he put napping, but I'm pretty sure it's happening. So it says, anything cool happening this weekend? There's lots of cool things happening this weekend.
Napping, if I can squeeze it in. It's going to be
I don't know.
required.
It's tomorrow's quite a busy day.
But how can I keep up with everything if I don't get a nap? That's the issue.
Well, it is a little bit of a drive out to YPG, so you can take a little cat nap right then.
No, I could take the Y Cat. Take a cat
There
nap.
you go.
There you go. White Cat will be departing a few different locations and it is a bit of a drive, but it's well worth it. Get out there and enjoy their 75th anniversary celebration. Again, YPG has been just a long time part of this community, providing thousands of jobs and millions of dollars right here to our economy, and providing the service for the testing, for the artillery testing, and just so much that they do. It's essential.
Oh, it definitely is. I was on Facebook yesterday. I was seeing all of they were getting ready for all their static displays and things, and it was really cool to see all the different things that they're going to have on display. Again, that is tomorrow, and there is. Like Jennifer said, the White Cat is going to be providing transportation, I believe, from the Foothills Library, and then the bus stop right next to Target. And it will be making several trips out there and back. And you know what? It isn't. It seems like it's a long drive, but it really isn't, because there's lots to see. Right now, our agricultural fields are full of different produce and things, so it makes for a really beautiful ride out.
It is a pretty little trip if you've never experienced it. And there's a lot to see. I grew up just not here in the Yuma area because I didn't live here at that time, but I grew up in the southeastern part of Arizona. We would just go hang out in the desert, go tooling around, driving, enjoying things, and seeing cactus,
do that now.
rocks. And
We do that now.
I think I got it out of my sister when I was younger, though, because we spent a lot of time outdoors. But you know what? We have so much natural beauty around us, and it's definitely worth getting out and seeing.
Definitely.
Now, coming up on the show today, we have a lot of fun stuff, but great information too. We also have Dr. Preeti Chandra coming in from Yuma Regional Medical Center. She is the Director of Preventive Cardiology, and February is Heart Month. I know today is National Wear Red Day, and that kind of ties in with that. I didn't get that memo, but you have red.
I have red on my shirt.
My
but your
white
shirt
cover.
is super cute today, by the way.
Yeah, again, new cat shirt.
Yes,
new
I
cat
know.
Shirt.
I know.
I'm going to see how far I can.
I'm kind
stretch
of jealous because I really like that one.
I'll see if I can find us twinsies.
Okay, sounds good.
And Anita too. We got to be the triplets.
We got to be the triplets.
Well, not only is today National Wear Red Day, it's Bubblegum Day.
Ooh.
And there's a little bit of interesting history surrounding bubblegum.
My son has recently found bubblegum. He
Oh,
never.
good
I
luck.
always.
Zuka,
I
bubblegum.
always have like the minty fresh gum and things. And most of as he was growing up, he's like, "It's too hot, Mom. It's too hot. It's too hot for him." But he loves that bubble tape,
Yes,
and I despise it.
I remember. Bubble
I
tape.
despise it, and he will. I'm telling you, I will find it once he's forgotten. Like even after a day, he'll probably be looking for it, but it's already in the garbage. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. But I did introduce him to Hubba Bubba this weekend because I didn't want him to get that big roll of tape.
Yes.
So I introduced because I
Remember Hubba Bubba?
remember
Watermelon Hubba.
Watermelon Hubba
Hubba
Bubba.
Bubba.
I like the grape. The
Did
grape.
you like-
Yes, the grape.
Oh,
Grape
grape
is
is
like-
good too. Grape is good
But the
too.
original's my favorite, but I did like the grape too.
Grape to me was like taking.
Pull your mic up.
Grape for me was like medicine. It reminded me of taking like cold
syrup
medicine
or something,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm like, oh no, grapes for me.
No, I like
thank
the
you.
grape, but I introduced him
Watermelon.
to the watermelon one, and it was kind of sour. They have like a sour middle, so it was funny. But he enjoyed it. He carried it around. I'd rather him have that than that big old roll of tape.
Oh yeah.
I rem-
J Worm says his son Jordan loves the bubble tape,
Oh,
and Skylar says Big League Chew. And
I remember.
And
Big
I
League
remember
too.
my brothers really liking that too, but is it the bazooka?
Bazooka, bubblegum.
Bazooka. What's the one that
5
comes
cents.
in all the mixed bags at Halloween that has about 2 seconds of flavor?
Chiclets.
No, but
Double bubble.
double bubble.
Okay.
That 2 seconds of flavor is right.
The bazooka has at least the little funny things inside.
comics,
The comics.
yeah.
That part's a little enjoyable. Well, long before any substantial chewing gum formed bubbles, ancient human beings chewed bits of resin from trees. All around the world, people collected substances from the available trees and used them for dental care and general enjoyment.
Okay, let's eat some
don't really
trees.
do that now other than maple syrup. It wasn't until 1928, after decades of failure by those before him and several of his own, that Walter Deemer created the first bubble-producing gum. His employer, the Fleer Chewing Gum Company, marketed it as Double Bubble. And the largest bubble gum ever blown was 50.8 centimeters or 20 inches in diameter. That was by Chad Vail of Haleyville, Alabama. He blew the bubble with 3 pieces of Double Bubble back in 2004 at a high school.
Wow, okay.
Now, those, and I know it happens with boys too, but girls it seems more common where they get it caught in their hair.
Yes.
And there are tricks. We were talking, I think, was it Janice we were
Yes.
talking with the other day? You know, she blew it, got caught in her hair, and we had that happen. My mom, some people use peanut butter. My mom would use ice, and you would
My mom
get
would
it cold
use
and
ice
then
on
just
my
kind of
hair,
break
too.
the gum off.
Yeah.
So other than having to go the drastic route of cutting the hair.
That's when I got the Hubba Bubba for Eli. We were on our way out towards Stone Valley for the races this past weekend, and long drives like that will put him to sleep. They've always put him to sleep, and he was starting to fall asleep, and he had the gum in his mouth, and I told him, Eli, be careful, because if that falls out and you get it in your hair, because the way he was laying, I said, I'm going to have to either cut it out, and then I was telling him the peanut butter and he's looking at me like, Mom, you're weird. I go, well, we got to get it. I go, think about it. It's sticky. And when it sticks to a piece of hair, it doesn't come off, you know? Yeah, so hopefully, I know one day it will happen and I'll have to get out the peanut butter.
Didn't Janice say they used mayonnaise?
Yeah, I think they did use
Anything
mayonnaise.
with that grease.
I think it's the oil that
Yeah,
helps
the oil.
pull it off of the hair. Well, I think because we're seeing some challenges go down on Facebook now,
are we?
J Worm thinks he can top that bubble record. Now, it's obviously a little late today for us to plan this
I
bubble
know,
blowing
right?
contest, but I think we need to orchestrate something in the future.
Sounds good to me.
There you go. Now, it's also National Groundhog Day, and for those of you who have not yet heard, Punxsutawney Phil did see his shadow. That means 6 more weeks of winter, so that means we're stuck with 6 more weeks of mid-80s.
I was like,
that
well,
means?
I can handle that here. You know, I thought it was funny because on the news station this morning, they made me laugh because, you know, they're in an area where there's snow and it's super cold, and they're thinking, it's, you know, there's clouds in the sky, they're having blizzards and things, and they're like, how can this groundhog see his shadow? You know, it's cloudy outside, you know, and all
It's
this
early.
thing. It's exactly. So how is he seeing his shadow? So it was funny, but you know, it like I said, if it's gonna get us, you know, 6 more weeks of this 80 degree, I can handle that.
We will be dropping back down to the 70s for a little bit. And
When?
it's still, I think a week and a half from now.
Oh, okay. So
That's my
still-
long range forecast. Now, again, things can change, but we are in store for low to mid 80s through at least next Wednesday. Even one day of 87 degrees. So you're going to have to get the tank tops and flip flops out.
So around President's Weekend, it'll probably start to cool down a little bit.
Yeah, for about 3 days, and then it's spring.
Wow.
Now, it's also, Janice, Anita, and I had a conversation about this yesterday. It's National Heavenly Hash Day, because Janice likes to tie in the National Day with something she makes on Friday. So we had to obviously look that up. And when it comes to defining heavenly hash, the only ingredient that seems for certain is a variety of marshmallows, marshmallow cream, or whip. And some ice creams, it's almost like a variation of a rocky road
Yeah.
that they use. So there's not anything you might be thinking about having to do with another kind of hash. That's the whip part is what gives it the heavenly aspect. So
Yeah.
keep hearing something behind me.
I'm like, do you see somebody behind you, Jennifer?
It's tapping you on the shoulder.
I know, right?
Now, a few birthdays here on Friday, February 2nd, on Catch Up Friday.
Yes.
One of my sweetest friends ever and my favorite Canadian in the whole world and in Canada. Nicole White is celebrating a birthday today.
Well, happy birthday.
Along with Charlie McMurdy from Rural Metro Fire Station and Red Cross here in Yuma County. Lisa Brazil is celebrating a birthday. Those are today. And then
Yes.
tomorrow we have Charlie Waterwich, Jesse Townley, one of our finest firefighters in our community, and Marina Gill.
Yes,
That's coming up.
Nina Marina's tomorrow, yes.
Jared Holloman is coming up. He's also related to a couple other firemen. And Louis Gradius. And then on Sunday, my cousin Lori Talavera is celebrating a birthday.
Well, I don't have any for today, but I do have some for this weekend, and you already mentioned one, the wonderful Marina Gill. She is my brother's godmother. She is my son's godmother. She has no, it was funny because when you grow up with people that aren't necessarily family family, friends. They are family. They are our family. And I asked him one day, I said, how old was I when you first met my parents? Because I've always just known them as being there. And she goes, she goes, I think you were maybe 1 year old when we first met your parents. So they've known me a very long time. But I want to wish Nina Marina a very happy birthday, and I love you. And again, these birthdays are for tomorrow. I don't have any for today. Esty Payan and friend Quentin McCullough and cousin Rachel Martinez. We want to wish you all a very happy birthday. And one more for Sunday, Richard Todd, my Uncle Richard Todd. I want to wish you a very happy birthday as well.
Happy birthday, Uncle Richard. I've just come to call them Uncle Richard and Uncle Peter now.
Yep, Uncle. Those are my uncles.
Your family is my family.
Exactly.
And a couple of references to Groundhog Day, the movie.
Uh-huh.
Bill Murray is God. That's what someone
is
saying.
It is a great movie.
It is a good movie.
That's one you can always sit down and watch.
There's certain days, too, where we'll reference it. Man, this is like Groundhog Day. We've dealt with the same stuff day after day.
Yep.
Coming up after Dr. Chandra today, we will have Barbara Rochester and Clyde Gill. They are going to be talking about an event out at Britain's next weekend. It is another benefit that they're doing. We spoke yesterday about building the new men's shelter.
Yes.
And they're going to be talking about that event coming up. Now, we just want to remind you, get those Catcher Friday entries in by noon today. Several ways you can send them. You can text them to 928-343-0993. Message them to us on Facebook. If you don't have any of those means to do so, you can just come on by with a picture or bring your pet. That counts.
Oh, you bring your pet. You can get something.
You missed our one Cat Shirt Friday entry. The cat rides around in the car. The cat came down here. That was awesome.
I was running station errands, and as I was waiting, I looked at my phone, and Jen had posted the picture. I'm like, that's not fair. I'm not there right now.
Sorry about that.
Maybe we should put it out in the universe for Jennifer Lilly to bring Penelope to come see us. We haven't seen her in a while.
We love our pets that come visit us.
Yes, we do.
All right, this is Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com. And the show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. Ask about their advanced program. You can get up to a $2,500 advance while your tax refund processes. No additional fees or APR if you use the program. Call 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports is Yuma's home for Yuma's only indoor shooting range. And they're your hunting and shooting headquarters on 32nd Street next to Lowe's. You can try out that gun before you buy it in a controlled environment.
And the companion to Cat Shirt Friday, it is Free Filter Friday from Quick Refrigeration. All you need to do is stop by their location at 190 West 10th Street, take in your old air filter, and they will give you a brand new standard 1-inch air filter. That's a Quick Refrigeration today.
And Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services are locally owned and have been providing pest control services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. You can give them a call at 928-343-9149, message them on Facebook or Instagram.
It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back, and make sure you follow us on Facebook too and see what goes down during the break. And someone wants to know who we have for the big game on Sunday. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, we'll be back after the break.
Like, I can give you who I would rather win. Neither of my exactly.
Yes.
None of my teams are playing. So
Come on in. All right. Will just Dr. Chandra be speaking? Yeah. Okay. You can sit in either one of those chairs, whichever you prefer.
How is that going to work with Jimmy trying to break that bubble record? He has facial hair.
Maybe he can put a mask on over it.
Maybe
we can consult the physician.
That would stick to your beard.
Any seat, please have a seat.
Have a seat. Sorry.
You can have any beard catastrophes.
We were talking about bubble gum.
You know what?
And now we have a challenge.
We can, if you want to sit in the corner, it doesn't matter. Whatever you
that's
want.
perfect.
Sit there. You're good.
Yes, and you're going to pull it right.
Hide over the
It's
corner.
one direction. So you're going to pull it right close to your
shave it.
mouth, and you'll pick up your voice. That's perfect.
Oh, that's cute.
I'll shave it, he says.
That's funny.
Bill Belichick, I've said enough.
Yeah, there you go.
The only arena where you can cheat and still...
Is the kitten bowl on Sunday or is it the puppy bowl? Which one is it?
I think it's
sports.
a puppy.
Yeah, you can come in if you want.
I don't want to be in the way.
You're not in the way. No one's up.
No, please come in. There's a seat right there for you. It has your name on it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes, you're on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks
awesome.
very good today, and you sign. Thank you. That's awesome.
Okay, this
Dr.
makes
Chandra's
sense
wearing
with
red.
that message.
I love that. That was
We
a
got
wear red today was one of the national days.
That is cute,
Your ears are
Natasha.
red.
Thank you. We'll add it to the folder
think they're
when
pink.
when we're all done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the angle, light angle.
They look good though.
Thank you.
Dr. Chandra, we are in cat-loving country.
I realize that.
If the little clips on the microphone did not give it away, I'm sure everything else did.
My daughter would have loved it.
Our hair clips.
Is she
Yeah, like
four?
Anita
Oh, I
has
love
them.
it.
Hers have those.
I just got those, and I have other colors coming, but they didn't match.
Isn't it cute?
So I'm gonna have to coordinate with my black headphones today.
So you are. Oh, he's growing back out his hair.
Maybe you should have the bubble blowing contest at your wedding.
What?
Did you find an alternate caterer yet?
No, it's not that one.
Oh, not that one.
No,
Oh,
it's Johnny.
Okay,
and
it's the
Clarissa.
Jays. The Jays that are
Jays,
getting
yeah.
married that are throwing
They're
me
the
out.
next day. Jimmy and Emily, and then Johnny and Clarissa the next day.
I'm back to the JT look.
They used to call him Justin Timberlake.
Good morning, Diana from YRMC also. And Ashley, thank you for that donation yesterday. She forgot the pack and play. She's bringing that by today.
Okay. And we had a young
I was gonna
lady,
say, I think I seen somebody dropping off some.
Chandra, I believe she said her name was, dropped off another donation.
All right. Are we ready?
Headphones if there's a caller.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah, you won't need headphones. Hey, I didn't put it out there. Gabriel did.
What's in the sandwiches? You have to wait and find out, Eric.
Yeah.
We're not giving secrets away.
Delicious goodness.
If you were here, you could try one. His birthday was yesterday.
It almost looks like a beignet. Almost.
All right, we ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook live feed. We want to give Anita a big shout out for running that camera because it's a tough job.
It really isn't an easy task. I don't know. Like I said, she gets her arm workout every single day.
Now, next up with us in the studio, we have Dr. Preeti Chandra, who is here. Now, you are the Director of Preventive Cardiology at Yuma Regional Medical Center.
That is correct.
And
Thank you for having me.
We are so thrilled to have you here today. We did post earlier and encouraged any of our friends on Facebook, if they had questions for you, to share those with us. So we're reminding them right now, if you have a question you would like to ask of the doctor, I'm sure she'll just put that, get that brain spinning and come up with hopefully the answers that we need right now. Now, we are going to talk about, today is National Wear Red Day, and that is because this is National Heart Month.
Yes, it is.
And that's one of the reasons that we have you there. Obviously, you have a cardiology background. And we are going to talk about some of the things that women can do to learn more about heart health. Women and men, but it's is it the number one killer of women, heart disease?
Absolutely it is. And it's kind of underplayed in most of the publications that you see, in most of the media propaganda that you see. It's typically heart disease is portrayed to be a man's disease. And in fact, it is not. 1 in 4 women will die of heart disease as it stands today. And that is a huge number. To give you perspective, 1 in about 30 women die of breast cancer. And we know that breast cancer has been time in and time out discussed on media, and the awareness has been spreading about breast cancer. And I think the same needs to be done for heart disease in women so that we can bring that number down and make it something that is discussed and that's on the table.
I had seen that statistic this morning because they did post something about it being the
National
Wear
Wear
Red
Day.
Day and things, and they had said that it was actually a bigger killer in women besides breast cancer, and it kind of bothered me because we hear so much about breast cancer but not about heart disease.
That's why we're trying to change that
Yeah.
too and make people aware of the signs to look for, because again, in the media, movies, TV, you see things portrayed a certain way, and they might not always present the different things present the same for women as they do men. You see the traditional, oh, I have a pain in my arm, or
Yeah.
and that's the only thing, or chest pain.
Chest,
that's
yeah, my
all.
chest is
That's
tight.
all there is. But my mother had a heart attack in 2007, and she went on. She had a triple bypass, and then we lost her in 2014. and cardiac arrest was the primary result of that. So I know the importance of women, and we take care of our families, but we don't often take care of ourselves like we need to, doctor. What do you recommend? What are some simple things that we can do for ourselves?
So for women in particular, and for everybody in general, I think the important thing, first of all, is to understand your own risk. And how do you evaluate risk? First of all, I would say look at your parents. If you have parents who have had heart problems, like your mom has had, you know that you have a genetic predisposition for heart disease. If your parents have had high blood pressure or diabetes, you're likely to have those risk factors too. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes, controlling those is easy to do, and it's pivotal in preventing heart disease. Smoking cessation is a huge one. Weight reduction, it's been talked about a lot, and I'm not going to stress it more, but it is something which is important to do, and it is achievable without drastic measures in most cases. So weight reduction, increasing your activity level. So there has been a study which took a lot of people with same risk factors, put one group through exercise, 25 minutes a day of aerobic exercise 5 days a week, and the other group, which had exactly the same risk factors, they were the same kind of people, those folks did not exercise. And they found that the folks who exercised lived longer. And this seems like common sense, but in fact this was very well quantitated and studied, puts a lot of emphasis on that any kind of activity as tolerated by the body. If you cannot walk because of a hip or a knee problem, you can swim, you can do water aerobics, something that revs up your heart rate and gets you moving. And it has to be about 25 to 30 minutes a day and 5 days a week at least to see that tangible benefit. Smoking cessation, there are so many things to support people to stop smoking. We know that there's stuff in the smoke that causes narrowing of blood vessels, that has long-term effects. And if you stop smoking after a few years, your risk will equal that of a non-smoker. So this is quite achievable. So these are easily achievable factors. Control your blood pressure, control your weight, control your diabetes, stop smoking, get active, get moving.
And you don't have, people often go into something like this thinking, I have to change absolutely every aspect of my life. No, you don't. When my mother was at Tucson Medical Center up in Phoenix, she ended up having her surgery at University Medical Center. They had a nutritionist come in that was speaking with her. And the primary thing that I took away from that, because I was there with her for several days, was the sodium. And, there's sodium present in everything. And the prepared foods, just that level of everything. You make changes in that realm too, the dietary changes. Not everyone is able to just go all vegetables and chicken. It's really hard for some people to do. But if you make small changes here and start that gradual exercise, doctor, some people think, I can't do an hour of exercise a day, then it's not worth doing any. But like you said, even 25 minutes, get up and just get moving. It's important. We have a comment here from Jessica Stevens. She said she had a minor heart attack in 2015 and she was only 23. She said her grandmother had several, ended up having stents placed in her arteries, and the fear of having another one has never gone away.
So thank you for posting that, Jessica. I think that you have been very astute in assessing your risk that is higher than an average person's risk. And that kind of already is a win situation, that what you've got to do. You have to evaluate your risk factors. It's pretty early. I think it's probably one of the earliest that I've seen somebody having a heart attack or a heart issue in their 20s. And it's not very, very uncommon. I have seen people in their early 30s and late 20s have had obstructive coronary disease. That means blockages in the blood vessels that supply the heart. Simple things can make a difference. And one thing I would say as a woman is that you've got to be cognizant of what is normal for you. You've got to know yourself. You've got to see what is the level of activity that you can tolerate normally without having a problem. And if that exercise tolerance sees a change, and you notice that earlier you were able to climb two flights of stairs without difficulty, and now it's down to 1, or you've got to sit down a little bit, and there is some kind of a change, then you've got to do something about it. So you've got to discuss it with your physician, bring it up, maybe get an EKG done, maybe get some basic workup for the heart done. We can do a lot of things with with ease in this day of modern medicine, and you should take advantage of those tests that are available to you. As a side note, for all women who are listening to this today, since 1984, more women have been dying of heart disease than men. And as Jennifer rightly pointed out, that women have subtle symptoms. And historically, medical providers, physicians have been dismissive of symptoms in women, and they attribute it to something else: stress, maybe gas, maybe acidity, maybe just nothing, panic attack, anxiety. And in that kind of way of thinking, we have lost the opportunity to treat so many women and prevent unnecessary preventable deaths. There was an interesting study that looked at the literature of all the heart studies to derive what we can derive for women, and they found that 65% of those studies cannot be extrapolated to get any useful information for women, because they did not take into account that women are separate. They didn't analyze women separately, that their symptoms are different. Even the evolution of a blockage in women differs from that in men.
Really?
And just to kind of give you a visual picture, there is focality, meaning there is one specific point in men when the blockage is usually involved. There is one segment of the heart that's very narrow, that causes very significant symptoms, that causes the man to sit down, clutch his chest, seek medical attention, lead to a maybe an angiogram, get that blockage open, and they come to be getting what they deserve, the care that they deserve. Whereas women, many times the blockages are not significant in one specific spot, but they are all along. They're very diffuse, and that can be kind of analogous to how men gain weight. They usually gain weight on their bellies. It's just on one spot, whereas women, we have it all over.
We're so lucky.
Aren't we?
And that kind of translates into how the blockages build in the heart. And that's why the symptoms can be subtle. It can be something like just a discomfort in the region just above the belly button, right shoulder pain, jaw pain. Recently I had someone who said their jaw hurts when they walk, and they attributed it to dental symptoms, did not seek attention of a physician or a cardiologist. They were more inclined to say, my teeth is bad. So all sorts of atypical things which would normally not provoke any anxiety, women can have these subtle symptoms. So I think I'm going to ask all the listeners, women listeners in the audience, to just take a moment and just think about how you feel today. Is it different? And if it is, then act on it. Don't wait for it to just pass.
It's always better to get catch something at the beginning.
Absolutely, I agree. The earlier we find it, the more we can do about it. Also, as a corollary to that, if we can find a blockage before it leads to a heart attack, we can prevent a person from dying, or we can prevent the heart muscle from becoming weak permanently. We have therapies for that too, but obviously the requirement for treatment is so much lesser if we catch it before the damage is done. So acting on time is critical.
So if there's any women out there that may, now that they're evaluating and they think that this might be something that, if they have these ailments that have been bothering them that aren't getting treated, or, the pain doesn't seem to go away, or the different ailments don't seem to go away, how do they go about addressing that with their physician so that they can get to their recommendation to see a cardiologist? Can they just ask, or is it just something that
They need a referral?
referral?
So I think the answer to that is different based on different insurances.
Oh, okay.
So, truth be told, medicine is having so many glitches. We've trying to be fixing them for ages, but still there are issues. So, I think the first thing is to bring it up with your primary physician. Say this is happening, and if the primary physician acts on it instantly, say, you know what, I think this is heart related, or it could be heart related. Let's go and check it out. Let me send you to a cardiologist. Then great. If not, then I would definitely say, bring it up. Tell him that I think this might be the heart. It doesn't always have to come from the physician. You know your body the best, more than the physician. The physician sees 20 people a day. You know your body for so many years, so you will tell the difference better. So ask about it. Say, you know what, I think I need to get my heart checked out, and they can send you to a cardiologist. And we have wonderful cardiologists in Yuma. They'll be happy to take a basic workup done, an EKG done, an echocardiogram done, maybe a stress test depending on what your symptoms are, and you can find out before it's too late.
Listen to your body. That's the number one thing, because the information says that 90% of women have one or more risk factors for developing heart disease.
You nailed it. That's
All right. And we just, pay attention and seek help, because it's out there. We have a lot of fantastic resources right here in our community. And I want to touch briefly, because you're a busy lady. You have a lot of stuff to do. But we want to talk about the 28 Days of Heart campaign that Yuma Regional Medical Center is doing. And you can follow them on their website and also on social media, because they're doing different giveaways and having a lot of fun things throughout the month to really help. The ultimate goal is to draw awareness about the importance of heart health and making sure we all look out for ourselves. We want to be around a long time.
Yes, we do.
No, that's the objective here. So, now, you come from New York.
I do, yes. I've been there for about 13 to 14 years. I did my training in Brooklyn, and then I practiced in Long Island, in Nassau and Suffolk County for about 5 years.
I'm not hearing the accent. Not hearing the Brooklyn accent.
Yes, that is from way back. I grew up in India.
Well, we're happy to have your expertise right here in Yuma, and we welcome you here. And we love we're happy to have you here today to bring this awareness to the forefront for all of our women listeners this morning, and hopefully it would have maybe opened their eyes a little bit. And like I said, if they've had the history and there's things that are going on with them, maybe it'll prompt them to go get checked
And
out.
if it's the warning sign ahead of time, you can seek the proper help, and they can try and help you out. Better that than the heart attack that just kills you immediately.
Exactly.
Again, we want you to be around for a while, and we'd like to stick around for a while.
Exactly.
All right, our guest, Dr. Preeti Chandra, today from Yuma Regional Medical Center, the Director of Preventive Cardiology. Thank you so much. It's time to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie out in the courtyard, and then we'll come back with Barbara Rochester and Clyde Gill talking about Crossroads Mission, and then people will get to see what our Foodie-licious Friday dish is.
Real quick, Clarissa has posted a link. She said, if you want to learn more about 28 Days of Heart at YRMC Celebration of American Heart Month, visit, and she provided a link, yumaregional.org/28 Days of Heart.
There you go. A lot of fun things taking place too, but again, it's very important to share.
And I'd like to add that for all women who want to attend a special presentation about heart disease in women, you can call 928-336-7005 or go to yumaregional.org/28 Days of Heart and register for this exciting event and a free glass of wine.
Oh, very good.
She's got to throw the wine in there. That always brings them.
Now you're talking their language. All right, this is Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, Monster Media, Yuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook live feed. We'll be back after the break. The show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. They have 2 locations to serve you, in Yuma and in the foothills. Call to schedule your appointment today, 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports is your home for Federal Premium Ammunition. They have a full line of all types of ammo at Sprague's on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And Quick Refrigeration, Free Filter Friday.
Woo!
Taking that old dirty air filter today to 190 West 10th Street, and they will swap it out and give you a brand new 1-inch standard air filter. That's Quick Refrigeration. Visit getcoolquick.com.
And Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services have been providing pest control services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. They are licensed with the Arizona Game and Fish Department for safe, humane wildlife relocation. You can give them a call at 928-343-9149. Better yet, message them on Facebook or Instagram.
We'll be back after the break on Today in Yuma.
Good
We
job,
can keep on going.
ladies.
There's just so
I
much
know there's so
information.
much
Chemistry.
information.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Yeah, no, a selfie,
and
Dr.
being
Chandra.
here in
Yes,
We have to take a selfie out in the courtyard.
There we are. Awesome.
We need to get you in here too.
Okay, I'll hop in.
It's
I'll hop
typical
in.
every time.
Smile. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much. Be well.
I'm gonna get everybody.
Oh,
What you do? My mom's not there.
How are you?
Don't they look delicious?
Oh, yes, they do.
it's aromatic.
It is very aromatic.
Good morning, Barbara.
They're right outside.
All right.
Oh, yummy. No, those are here. Darren.
I came earlier looking for like makeup and all that stuff, but I guess you guys don't do makeup.
See you later. Bye.
You have a face for radio.
Hello, you guys.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Absolutely wonderful.
It's a full day.
I have to remember to not make any faces or any hand gestures, correct?
Because you're on
This
live
is
right
different
now.
right here. You got a John Phipps cat right there, don't you?
We do.
That's from Sheriff Wilmot.
Oh, Sarah Wilmot.
Yeah. It's a numbered part of a collection. Sheriff S. Purrs. He gave us that for Christmas.
I give it
And
Yes,
Barbara
see?
gave it to you.
Barbara's cat angel.
And I was actually looking for some kind of a cat shirt today. I was actually going to call Jimmy Gilmore and say, Jimmy, you have to
Can I borrow yours?
Gonna ask the girl.
Last Thursday, he talked about taking the shirt that his staff made and hanging it up like a retired jersey because they had giant pipe cleaners for the whiskers and big googly eyes.
And he had a tail.
Yeah, and his tail kept bumping the blinds.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was actually putting it on when I was at the office that morning. 'Cause He managed their entire
There is a
automobile fleet.
local retailer. You can find them for very inexpensive. The Mart of the Wall.
What retailer?
The Mart of the Wall.
Here in Yuma?
Yeah.
Really?
Put it together, Clyde. Put it together.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny because they have a ton of little girl shirts
And they're-
or men cat shirts.
And they're in the men's section.
Really?
Yes. That's where I find all. Jen goes to eBay. But
I find stuff on eBay and I forget I order it.
And Barbara, yes, you can take one.
No, I was gonna do that on the radio. Thank you.
Go bite into one right there live.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, we just got to rolling and talking with Dr. Chandra. You want to share that information, so.
All right.
All right.
We'll begin.
Financial, and that's a big deal. First Bank Yuma, banking the way it ought to be.
Ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We cannot thank Dr. Preeti Chandra enough from Yuma Regional Medical Center for coming in. We will certainly have to have her on again because there's so much information.
There is
that
so much information.
we want to share and then have people find out more questions too. And don't forget, and Hello Cub, we mentioned this earlier, Pet Palooza in Somerton is tomorrow from 9 to 1.
Yes, get out there.
Get down there and see the Chihuahua races and the pet costume contests and all the other great things they will have.
I'm interested in the pet costume contest.
All right, next up with us, Clyde Gill and Barbara Rochester are here to talk about Crossroads Mission. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, there is a benefit dinner coming up, and it's right around the corner. Is it next Saturday or Sunday?
Next Saturday.
Okay, and it's out at Britton Farm.
That is correct. Britton Farms, it starts at 4 o'clock. Doors open at 4. Dinner starts being served at 5 o'clock.
All right, and this isn't just your typical dinner. This is a good steak dinner.
You know, this is a 4-course meal. This is showcasing, when we started to put this together, looking to somebody to cook. And I have to say that I've been involved with the mission for several years, working with their kitchen staff. And some time back, we actually did the hors d'oeuvres when they had the showing at the Harkins Theater. But it's a bunch of talented individuals that are there in the kitchen, and so it's a 4-course meal. It's going to start out with my spin of a tortilla soup, and then you get this awesome wedge salad, and then you have a ribeye steak dinner along with broccoli and some risotto rice, and then we're going to finish it off with some creme brulee.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
and who's the chef that's making all this?
Well, I don't want to. I'm one of. I'm the guy that's there, but I have there is just the people that are in the mission that are either volunteers in the program or the staff that's there. We've come together and we've done quite a few different events in the past, and this is just to show the community that the mission is a lot more than what they may think it may be. It's phenomenal.
They do a lot of good things. Some people just think that it's where you house homeless or where they go to eat if they're hungry. But they have a variety of other programs and stuff. And there's so many facets of Crossroads Mission.
It's just amazing since I've been involved with them. What happens? It's not just a give me. It's they go back out to the community in so many ways that they touch people. It's just amazing.
Now, Barbara, the objective for this fundraiser is to help raise money for a new men's shelter.
Yes, we have the property, and it's directly behind Green Tree. So
which is across from the current mission as it is.
Yes, and we're just ready to go. The architect is almost complete on it, and we're just very excited. We're hoping to 300 or 400 room facility.
Oh,
we
wow.
also are going to have a geriatric ward there.
It is, and actually, shelter is not really a word we're looking to use anymore.
And we're looking for new terminology.
Yeah, a center or a facility, if you will. It still needs to be named, and I know that Myra and Barbara are looking for suggestions and ideas, and maybe that night we'll have something there, a box. Maybe somebody can drop a suggestion for the name of the new facility.
If you have an idea to name the facility, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
There you go. We have so many creative people that are listening and watching us right now.
And it's truly amazing as you see surprisingly, cancer strikes everybody in some way or form. And there are many individuals it even strikes the homeless to get cancer. So hospice comes in, but it's really difficult when you don't have a facility set up for that. So this geriatric facility within the new facility will be something that'll be really neat and much needed, because hospice does go to the mission as well.
Well, I like that you're trying to change that face of the shelter, because you do. It's not just a shelter. It's not just a place where people can go, the homeless people can go. But it like Jennifer said, there's so many programs that you offer. It's you help them go through a program too, and whether it's drugs addiction or things like that. You have programs there that will help them get all the way through all of that to be out again, to be a productive member of society again.
And it's not just a homeless shelter or homeless facility for single individuals. There's families there.
Yeah.
There's
Right now, there's 42 children.
Yes, and the school bus picks them up. That's their address. That's where they go to. Where they reside at, and we as individuals take everything for granted. I've always looked at my family. We've got a humongous family, being born and raised in Yuma, fifth generation, if you will. So you always think, gosh, well, how come our family's not stepping up? But there are so many people that don't have a brother or a sister or a mom or a dad or somebody to fall back on. So we ourselves are very blessed, and and so many people in this community are blessed to have that family.
Yeah.
That it's neat when you can go out and help people.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Barbara.
When we had the fire on Arizona Avenue, Red Cross put them up for 3 days in the hotel, and then they go, where are we going to go now? And so we've had several of them call the shelter and see, because they had never had to go to a shelter before, and they didn't know everything that was available to them there while they can wait for housing and working through that situation.
Fantastic. I'm glad that you guys
Yes.
are there and available.
But getting back to the evening on on Saturday the 10th, aside from having a very delicious dinner that's going to be fresh and hot and delicious, we're going to have Oscar Chavez and family will be providing entertainment that evening. We're going to have raffles, I believe a 50-50 raffle as well. And then there's going to be an auction as well. I think there's about 10 really, really nice items that we're going to do a live auction on as well. So it's going to be a really, really nice evening to come out. The weather is great, even though we're indoors. Britton has always been phenomenal. Mr. Britton has always been phenomenal in supporting anything that the mission does, and he has offered his facility to use, and it's just going to be a wonderful evening, very well decorated and just enjoyable.
Well, if we want to get tickets, Clyde, where can we get them?
If you want tickets, you can actually contact the mission. You can contact Rosalie Mercado, and her number is area code 928-257-5345. I also believe Dan Michaels at FTS has got some tickets there at his store. And call us. We'd be happy to run them out to you. Tag them so you can pick them up at the door.
You're very accommodating.
Very accommodating, and we're anticipating and hoping to fill a minimum of 400 seats.
Yes, let's fill all those seats and fill the bellies at the same time and raise some cash.
We're having
definitely.
calls coming in and reserving tables of 10, tables of 8.
Nice.
So they're still coming in. They're bringing their friends and family down to support Crossroads Mission and have a lovely evening. It's a family evening.
Fantastic. Okay, and another way where you can also help Crossroads, FTS Automotive today from 11 to 1, they are doing a pot roast lunch. They only do 50, so you need to get them quick. And they're requesting a donation. There's not a specific price, but again, all the proceeds, Dan from FTS gives them to Crossroads Mission. So stop by and have lunch today, and then get out and have a great dinner next Saturday.
And something else, we thank everybody, but we sometimes forget. Jennifer and Teresa, thank you, because you and your station are wonderful supporters of the Crossroad Mission. And I know we've come in before and taped some, I guess, PSAs, is that what you call them? And very accommodating, and you guys really give back to the community in such a very positive manner, and we're blessed to have you.
Well, thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
glad to do what we
The
can.
only problem I have when we come in, I see these beautiful strawberry and cream. You have not offered us any coffee. Yes.
No, yet we will.
You will.
Yes, we will.
But you didn't last time.
And they have no calories at
No.
all.
Oh, yes, there's
Zero
no calories.
Where did
Always.
these come from? Where did they come from?
Foodielicious Janice made these, and we're going to take a quick break with you guys, take our Lotus Day Spa Salon selfie, and then Janice is going to come in and tell us what goes in them, so you're welcome to stick around and grab a napkin. She might be bringing some coffee over, too. All right, thank you so much, Barbara and Clyde with Crossroads Mission. Don't forget that event takes place February 10th, which is also Teresa's birthday.
Yes.
This is Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country Monster Media, Yuma.com. We'll be back with Foodielicious Janice after the break.
All right, let's get our picture.
Can we move our hands?
I know, I'm sitting right next to him. I can smell him. Fig has eaten and Casey comes and tries to pull it
That
in.
is darling.
You like that?
The cutest things. You always find everything clean. That is different.
I'm trying to mix it up. There's so many that are similar. But I'll give a hug.
Let me give my number for you. And you can do that. Yeah.
Does Jen have it?
Yeah, she's got my number.
Okay.
941-1417.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
Okay, then
Here, we're going to face that wall right there. Shoot it over.
Any way we can do to jump in and see? And
Yeah.
am I supposed to be here?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. Smile.
Okay. Just gonna get the bald head.
All right.
When they do those selfies with those angles, you know, like 3 chins come in.
Oh,
and
yeah. No, that's why we go up high.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Have a
See you guys
day.
later.
Bye.
Oh, if you want one, you can grab one.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, I do. It looks
I
wonderful.
never say no to dessert.
You're going to get sticky.
That's good. That's my. No, never mind. You like the WTF?
Yep.
I'm trying to squeeze it.
We're
There we go.
dipping.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. We'll see you.
That's why that didn't show up.
Oh, okay. If it was on a flat plate, I probably would have done it. But my flat plate was too small, and this looked pretty. And
Those purple ears are just working for you.
right, I might have to use these later. Oh, when I go to my kid's art show, that's what I mean.
It's very artsy.
Again, high school kids be like, please.
Okay, so we're only going to have like 6.5 minutes. We talked heart.
We can talk fast. And the winner is. I start talking like that and she starts twitching. But she talks faster than me.
No, you are the queen of fast.
I don't know about that.
That's why when I'm like, Jennifer, I'm having trouble with this 30. Can you come read it? Done.
Got it done in 25.
Yeah. I took 6 seconds off of it.
I'm like, how do you do that? I get tongue tied.
She's like, I don't breathe.
No, she doesn't breathe.
I regulate my breathing, and you breathe through your abdomen, not up here, according to Jace, and that's why my thighs hurt.
And you don't pop your peas when you talk through your diaphragm. What?
And if you talk like this, you don't pop your peas anyway. That's my news voice.
Okay, people, let's go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
And I'm Foodylicious.
Yummy! All right, we're on a time crunch this morning because we've had so much great information, so tell us what you brought in.
And you know, because I'm not a talker, I can do less minutes. What I did was I didn't know what to make this week, so Teresa had tagged me in, so this was a trending on our social media.
She tagged you in.
She tagged me in.
Whenever I see those yummy desserts, I have to.
I'm like, what am I getting from Teresa? I know it's food, too. So she only tags me on food, so I know that's what it is.
Well, you're Foodylicious, so what do you want me to do?
I love that about you, that you just think yummy and automatically think me.
Yes,
I love
and
it.
you know, appliances that aren't being used, you get those too.
Right? Yeah, with some toaster and a infusion grill. Like oddball cooking stuff. Janice, give it to her.
Hey, I asked. You
And I'm
said
excited.
yes.
I'm excited. Okay, back to food. Sorry, we digressed.
Squirrel.
I did some strawberry cheesecake puff, like bars, I guess you would call them. So it has
It
cream.
looks like a sandwich.
I know, it looks so, what a yummy one. Like I would have eaten those in my lunch every day.
I would say beignet.
A big
Beignet.
Anita
It
thinks
just calls
beignet.
them puffs, so
I thought
but they
it
don't
was
look
a
like a puff to me
It was
because
just
they're long.
a strawberry sandwich. I thought that's what it was. Throw some jelly
Well,
on
it's
it.
a sweet dessert, not really a sandwich, but you take a puff pastry. It's easy now. It even comes in strips. So you don't even
Yeah.
have to, make it. You just have to let it thaw. So that was the hardest thing because I got it after work and I had to have thaw time.
Larry says someone won't get a pastry because I'm on my way to get mine.
I will fight you for it.
Because that's fruit, so we need our fruit for breakfast here.
There's fruit, there's dairy.
Yep.
So,
no eggs.
grain.
So tell us how you made it.
I did the puff pastry. You cut, you have one square, you cut it into 3 long strips and then cut those in half, so you have 6. You put it in the oven, you bake it at 400 for about 15 minutes. They get golden brown. Let them completely cool because they get kind of fluffy and you have to be able to cut them. And so then that way you have to be able to let them cool so when you put the mixture, it doesn't melt away on it because you're putting cream cheese in there. So you cut those in half once they cool. Then you put a cream cheese mixture that you made with cream cheese, sugar, and a little bit of butter. And you mixed it and blended it well with your blender for about 3 minutes because you want it light and fluffy. Then I put a layer of fresh cut strawberries on top of that, so that's the healthy part. And then you also make a strawberry preserve. So while I'm doing all this, in a pan I cut up strawberries, fresh lemon juice, and sugar and reduce that down till it got thick. Put a little bit of that on it, put the lid and sprinkle some sugar. It's so sweet and good. You get to take it with you.
And looks delicious.
Well, I have to have time for a funny story. Quick. So I'm making it, my oldest boy's bedroom is right off the kitchen. His girlfriend Clarissa was over last night because I made dinner for everybody. Well, I'm cooking and you hear her say, what is your mom doing in there? And he said, oh, it's for Friday. She's making all the good food for them. And you can hear him say it in his bedroom, but he's saying it loud enough so I can hear.
Yeah.
And I just start laughing.
Because they know already.
And I don't try to, debut it or fight against it. I'm like, and they're like, see, she's evil. Look at her. She lets us smell it. And so then Chris said, really, you guys don't get any? He said, no, we do not.
It's those women she works with. Well, Amy says, ooh, foodie's good. Her phone went off and she didn't even skip a beat.
Just put it, took off, and kept talking. What? I might have a talent for talking.
Hey,
Okay.
do we have a winner for
We
our
do. Our
Chicken
winner
Kitchen
this
Twisted
week
Kitchen?
for my sponsor is Kimberly Wright. So she will get a $25 gift certificate to 251 Twisted Kitchen downtown, and she'll get to go enjoy it. I went there the other night for dinner. It was really good.
It's always good. And you can enter for next week's giveaway. Just go to monstermediayuma.com, click on the Foodylicious tab, And there is a short entry form there that will just take you a few seconds. And they can find this recipe.
Yes, I'll put it up after the show.
Awesome. Great stuff. Thank you so much for bringing this in.
Another dessert you can take in your hand and walk away with.
I
That's
appreciate
right.
it because it was a request by me, so I am so
That's right.
excited.
Larry, I will split mine with you just because they're pretty big. All right. Thank you so much. Now we have a quick birthday shout out for Big Joe from Uproot is celebrating his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday!
Steve Moreno wanted us to send that on out to him, so we hope you have a great birthday. If you're celebrating a day too, we appreciate it. And you know what? We are going to be doing some birthday shout-outs courtesy of Firehouse Subs starting on Monday. We're going to have some cool prizes, so stay tuned. If you have a birthday or someone special has a birthday, all those birthdays within a week will be entered into a random drawing. More details to come, thanks to our friends at Firehouse Subs. This is Today in Yuma. A lot of great things happening this weekend. YPG 75, Summerton Pet Palooza, Redondo Days. Be safe, have fun, enjoy the weather, drive safely on the roads, and pay attention.
Helping Hands yard sale.
That's right, today and tomorrow for them out in the foothills. We will see you on Monday, and we'll recap the big game, maybe or maybe not.
Go Eagles.
Yes,
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles!
All right, it's Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, KCYK Yuma, and KLJZ Yuma. Good morning, JP.
I don't want the Patriots
I
to
don't like
win.
it.
Did you see that funny meme though?
Which one?
When it said that Brady didn't hurt his hand. When he was out with a hurt hand, it said he didn't hurt his hand. He was having another finger added so he could wear 6 rings.